How's it? I'm Christo, and I'm a diamond theorist. And YouTube drill, like, subscribe, share. Today we're going for a little bit of a tangent. So, yeah, my YouTube gave me some recommendations the other day, and up top Mr. Sinek, Simon Sinek, and yeah, I think I've always enjoyed Simon's work. Especially it's this great. He's the first one I watched was Start With Your Why, and in the talk he basically says that it's not so much what people do, but why they do it, what they believe, and if you believe what they believe, you'll support that shop. And because it's not so much cell phone's a cell phone, but people want to associate themselves with like a brand like Apple or something, and it's not so much the cell phone, but it's believing what Apple believes, that they're going to make the world a better place and be inspired and wow and I. But yeah, that's the Apple thing. But we don't buy because of what it is, but rather what the company believes. And what I believe is that we can use a diamond and change how we think. Not so much what we think. We've got great technology, we've got great innovation, we've got great roads, great cars, great infrastructure, great. But we can expand, we can improve, we can be more, see more, believe more, and if we go back to how we think, we can actually maybe sidestep what we've created as well, which is the negative side, which is our pollution, our waste, our environmental degradation, stuff like that. So today we're going to look at how we're going to get diamond theory to the world. Now, Simon talks about the law of diffusion of innovation. Now, I've watched it a couple of times, and I think I've got a basic gist of it. It's a bell graph, and this bell graph is divided into different sections, and as people basically accept or buy into a new concept, into a new training program or whatever. The thing is, there's always your 2.5%. They're the innovators. They'll just jump on the bandwagon. They're the guys who wait 6 hours in line for concert tickets just to be able to say, I got there first. They're diehards. Okay, I'm very much an innovator. If you show me something really cool, I'll just buy it to see what's it like, how it is it going to work? And because I know there's going to be a 2.5%, so why not just lead the way? Be the guy who goes out there. My wife looks at me half the time and she says, have you actually even considered this? I said, no, I looked at the science and I read this. There's something between my head and my gut. I'm at peace. Yeah, I've made some mistakes as well, but life goes on, and I've been able to joke with the inventors or the designers and said, hey, we got to fix this up. Okay, after the innovators, 2.5%, we get 13.5%. They're the early adopters. Now, they'll do likewise. They just take a little bit longer to adopt the new idea, new product, new menu item. And then you get your early majority at 34%, late majority at 34%, and as Simon says, the laggards. They're people who just they'll only change if they're like forced to, or the option isn't available. They'd probably still be using film cameras if they were still available, or dial phones. But yeah, they're basically forced into a new state of being. I'm very happy I'm not there because yeah, on certain things I am though, because yeah, through life you are actually always switching and swapping between, depending on where you are and what it's about, and how much knowledge you have, how much comprehension you have about the concept. New recipes, new art, new movies, new vehicles. It's very hard to get into the market. Okay, currently I believe we're at a great point in society, post-COVID, post-2020, because opportunities are awake, they're alive. Yeah. All right, so who am I speaking to? I'm speaking to 2.5% who see diamond theory, who just get it. I'm speaking to the 13.5% because they're early adopters. They can see that this has got something, that it's resonating with them. The big thing is, as soon as we cross get the first 16%, so say 2.5%, 13.5, is then the early majority will just join us at this party. Why? Because they need a little bit, they're more cynical. They need more reassurance that it works. Currently, I'm of the opinion we've never actually thought how we think. As a curriculum writer, I actually look at process models, I look at systems, and most of them run linearly. Either as a list on a piece of paper. Project management runs on lists. It runs on Gantts. They call it a Gantt chart. It's quite kind of funky. It's basically each project and how much, what the activity is and how much time it's going to take. And then as soon as this one, it moves on to the next project, at least next activity until the project is complete. Unfortunately, that doesn't show us how the interaction between the different aspects comes together. And that's where the diamond again brings everything together. Yeah, the diamond theory is, I find it really wow. Okay, so yes, I'm speaking to the, okay, what is it? Geoffrey Moore. He wrote the book Crossing the Chasm, which is actually crossing from the 2.5% to the 34%. That's the chasm. We just need enough people to adopt, the early adopters, to actually, hey, this is how we can do it. And I'm saying, let's take diamond theory and go and apply it to our agricultural practices, apply it to our legal practices, apply it to medicine, apply it to healthcare, apply it to education. My personal focus is homeschool parents, to help them understand the lingo, the terminology, the process of the relationship of teacher and learner, parent and child. But learners, yeah, students and lecturers. Because that's where it all actually comes together for me, is in the educational realm. And once we're thinking in process, well, then we can see how processes actually work with each other, and just as iron cuts iron, diamonds cut diamonds. So we teach and train each other. And it really is kind of cool if you can actually map it. And then watch this. If you put a diamond over the law of diffusion, of innovation, you actually see that from an assessment, we can reflect that we need change. And that's where the innovation usually begins. And that's where the early adopters sit. They sit in reflection, saying, hey, we got a problem here, we need something new. What do I believe? Note, those are all social aspects. And that's why they jump on first. And then the early adopters arrive, at least the early majority arrives, because they see it's working and they're reflecting as well. They're on the quality side of the diamond. And then as it goes, tips over the top, you'll see that the late majority joins, because now it becomes common sense, common practice. And then push becomes shove, and the laggards join as well. They either join the diamond or the process of whatever it is, whether it's supporting a restaurant, or supporting a new line of music, or supporting a rugby match. My wife doesn't watch rugby. She'll always be a laggard when it comes to rugby. She doesn't like watching rugby. So therefore she basically keeps an eye on what I say, because I really enjoy big tournaments. But with regard to that, but on the other hand, certain things I'm also a little bit dodged to get to. And I'm a laggard. And we'll see, some things appeal to us and some things don't. But I think thinking in a diamond, well, if we can sidestep climate change, global warming, damage to the environment, bring down pollution, bring down consumption, bring down waste, I think we all win. And this, and when it comes to like education, if I can learn faster, I can do faster, I can acquire skills faster. That makes getting into the adding value to society faster. Not everything is time dependent. Yeah. I'm going to be telling you about my kids tomorrow, and yeah, it's going to be an absolute joy. Many blessings for the day. Be the diamond. Buy the book. Read the book. Apply the book. Be the diamond. Let's set a cornerstone for our new earth post 2020. Blessings.